What is good, you guys? It's the Mix. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about someone a player actually, who's, I believe, underrated and not really talked about much in the United States recruiting scene, but a player who's an absolute superstar in his native country of Japan. We're talking about 6'2", 6'3", almost, point guard Chikara Tanaka. Chikara Tanaka is a native of Japan. His mother is Japanese, father is American. He's currently playing basketball at IMG Academy in Florida, which is actually a basketball powerhouse in the high school scene. And he was actually recruited to play there after IMG coaches were in Japan and they saw Chikara. Chikara was born in Japan in Yokosuka. His father is American, Japanese mother. And he actually lived in Hawaii as a child and actually naturally speaks English. So when he came over to IMG Academy, there wasn't any sort of language barrier. And, as far as socially goes, he fit right in. Tanaka, his mission as far as coming to U.S. is bigger than basketball, and he wants to use his game as a vehicle to show people the significance of sacrificing yourself to accomplish your objectives. He wants to become a professional basketball player. With that being said, the majority of Japanese hoops fans, I think, will be curious to see how much Tanaka will be able to develop as a player in America. Tanaka is pretty tall for a Japanese guard. He's about 6'2", 6'3". And as far as his skill set goes, he displays his impressive dribbling and shooting skills for his age. And obviously, he might lose some of these advantages, coming and playing in the U.S. as players are taller. But because of his individual skill set and scoring ability with his size, I think Tanaka is more of a combo guard, playing both at the point guard and shooting guard positions. Two of his idols are Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving, and both those players are kind of combo guards in the NBA. But I think comparing Tanaka to those two players is a little premature. With that being said, IMG Academy is obviously a powerhouse basketball program, and you have to be a very, very good high school player to play there. And obviously, he was, getting minutes this season at IMG Academy, so I think that goes to show his skill set. They're not letting just anyone come and play at IMG Academy. So as far as Chikara with the Japanese national team, he was called up for a training camp with the men's national team during the first round of the FIBA World Cup Asian qualifiers last October. And in January, he actually led the Japan U16 team to the championship at the Crystal Bohemia Cup in the Czech Republic and was actually named tournament MVP there, playing for Japan. So I think it's just really interesting that in the U.S. it goes as far as recruiting circuits, Chikara is not really being recruited heavily. I think he'll probably end up going the pro route after high school, either going back to Japan and playing pro there, or I've been hearing there's some interest in the NBL in Australia for Chikara as well. But also, too, I feel like college Division I options are still available for him. It's still early, and I think he can definitely play there. He's very athletic. A player that he reminds me of is Remy Martin, who's a Filipino point guard that plays at Arizona State University, and I think Chikara can fit right in at a Division I level as a combo guard and really develop his skills there. So yeah, I just really wanted to shed some light and talk about Chikara and give him some, video on him. I don't think there's really a video on him, and I think he's, a big-time player, especially in Japan. So I think the sky's the limit for him. Like I say to most of these players I do videos on, I think he's definitely putting on for the Japanese basketball community here in the States, and I think it's sooner rather than later when people start to take notice. If you guys like this video, please leave a comment below. Definitely down to hear what you guys have to say about Chikara's upside and, the player he may end up being in the future. Also, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. As always, have a good day.